Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. So as you can see, we are still in the desert, desert resort, and we are still in the midst of not only exploring around everywhere, so we can see what stuff we can find, and we can also continue our training with our sixth teammate, Sigilif. Now we have you. Oh, that moment. One moment. That's when we use Pokemon. Yeah, to battle you mean? Yeah, obviously that. Alright, let's see what you got. Gavin? Colossus, okay. Now, I guess while we are going through these battles again, now I guess I should go over Sigilif as a Pokemon. Now, well, actually, not the one that I talked about before, where, yeah, I thought that Sigilif was going to be the evolved form of Unknown. Yeah. But anyways, now as for Sigilif itself, now while I still think Sigilif is great and all, it's just that I just feel like Sigilif doesn't get the doesn't get all that much I think Sigilif really doesn't get enough love that it honestly needs, because yeah, and especially during the anime, cause yeah, Sigilif doesn't really get that many appearances in the anime. Yeah, it's only shown up at least, I want to say, at least 3 times. Now, the first one being the Vicatini movie, and then there was the second one. Then the second one was in an episode where Ash and the gang were exploring some ruins, and they constantly they were exploring some ruins. I'm sure when this, but then the Sigilif showed up to attack them. And then the third appearance of Sigilif that I definitely know was the episode of before Ash had his gym battle against Olympia and Kalos. Yeah. From this trainer who, now, despite being one of Olympia's followers, now while she did have that Sigilif, but she also had a Sableye on her. It's like, okay, but if you're following Olympia, then why the hell does she have a Sableye? Now, I obviously get Sigilif, but not Sableye. Jeez. Yeah, I just find that a bit odd to me, really. Yeah, but ever since that episode, we haven't really seen much of Sigilif all that. Yeah, we haven't seen much of Sigilif, like, or even not at all, really. And like I said, it's honestly a shame that we haven't seen much of Sigilif in the anime that much. Oh, hi. Yeah, now here's where we get to the debut of Ducklett! Yeah, the Pokemon that definitely had a lot of mischief going on. Yeah, especially within the anime. Yeah, like, the first time we saw Ducklett in the anime was in the episode where there was not one but a trio of Duckletts that were causing trouble and stealing other stuff. Yeah, and but however, that episode was actually the episode where Pikachu was actually the infamous episode where Pikachu actually forgets Volt Tackle in replace of a Electro Ball. Yeah, yeah, the move that not a lot of people really didn't like Pikachu having. But however, that move was kept until the Alola anime, where Electro Ball, where it was essentially a transition, essentially, where the Electro Ball actually turns into Electro Web. Yeah, that is probably something that you really don't get to see that often. Well, I guess there was also that one time in Horizons where Lico's Sprigatito's Leafage actually becomes a magical leaf. Yeah, there's also that. Yes, right. And there was also Tempest's Ember turned into Flamethrower, a full Flamethrower. So yeah, there have been a few instances, just not a whole lot. But anyways, everyone, now back to Ducklett. Now, as I said, in the anime, really did treat Ducklett to be a Pokemon full of mischief. Yeah, and there was also that, there was also that, for one Ducklett that was helping out, that was helping out this crook actually, that was helping out this crook actually steal food, to steal food and in the Driftvale market. And there was also a Ducklett that was actually a pirate, alongside this crocodile artillery, and the Azumarill, where all four of them definitely got mistreated by their trainers, and then those trainers just threw them away essentially. Yeah, so the four of them teamed up and decided to steal stuff. So yeah, the anime definitely treated, for the most part, definitely treated Ducklett like some sort of crook. Like crook for the most part. But anyways, now, what I think about Ducklett as a Pokemon. Now, even though I haven't really got myself a chance to use Ducklett myself, and even though I haven't really heard of many people really get to utilize Ducklett that much either, but considering that Ducklett is a water and flying type, yeah, it's probably not going to be that much considering, you know, with the obvious 4 times weakness, the 4 times weakness to electric type moves. Yeah, that definitely hurts them quite a lot. But anyways, everyone, but as someone as you saw, yep, right, that's right, everyone. Now that TM that we just got was indeed the TM for Rock Tomb. Now for those of you wondering where that TM was, well, now you know. But anyways, everyone, now I guess I can say about Ducklett, I kind of like it. It's obviously, it's not one of my favorites, but I kind of like it. Yeah, but anyways, another new encounter. This time we have the ghost type Pokemon, Yamask. Now, this here is indeed the Pokemon that we definitely saw a lot in the Unova, in the Black and White anime, because James from Team Rocket utilized one. Yeah, and we definitely saw him again, and it definitely really helped them out with some situations like say it used Haze to make to help a Team Rocket make their getaways. Yeah, and it sometimes used for will-o-wisp to trap trap others. So yeah, James's Yamask was definitely something. Was definitely something during that series. Although, of course, there was only really one time where we really got to see James and Yamask bond, and it was only in the episode that James caught it. Yeah, after that, we didn't really get to see James bond that much with his Yamask. Yeah, and you can definitely say the same for Team Rocket's, for essentially Team Rocket's Pokemon with in Gen 5. Yeah. This also counts for a Woobat, and also the two other Pokemon that they actually caught. They actually caught off screen. After the Unova leak ended. Yeah. Yeah, but anyways, now as you saw, now the building that we were in just now, that was actually a part of a. That was part of a place called the Relic Castle. Now, while we can't enter this castle, it's just that we're not going to be able to do much with it right now. Yeah, you're only really going to be doing at least only a couple things there, but nothing really all that important. But anyways, now we have you. Whether I travel or not, I want to make a great discovery. I bet you certainly would. Alright, let's see what you got. Elaine? Oh, here we go! Now we have Maractus! Yeah, now here's where we finally get the cactus Pokemon Maractus. Now... excuse me. Now, as for what I think about Yamask as a Pokemon, yeah, just like Ducklett and several other Pokemon, while I haven't exactly got the chance to actually utilize one, really, considering that Yamask is a pure ghost, so, and I don't really usually utilize ghost types all that much, really. Yeah, I don't usually utilize ghost types all that much, but I guess I do like the design of it. Yeah, you know, considering that considering that the thing that it's obviously holding onto. Yeah, considering its name is Yamask, and it's actually literally holding a mask. Now we have these statues of a Pokemon, but they don't exactly seem to be doing anything, you know. But however, they can actually come to life if you just happen to have a particular item on you. But I think I'll save that for when we actually come back here later. But anyways, now for this part of the Relic Castle here. Now here's where you can actually get to encounter some Pokemon here. Now just like with the outside, as you probably see right here, yeah, you can still see Sandals here. But this part of Relic Castle is where you can actually find is actually the only location in the entire game where you can actually find your Yamask. So yeah, make sure if you want to own a Yamask, then this right here is the only place where you can actually go to. Oh yes, right, as you can see here as well. yeah, the Relic Castle also has quicksand. Yeah, and if you just so happen to run through that quicksand spot, then you will get pulled into it. Then you will get pulled into it. But you can't go past that quicksand if you are simply just walking. But if you walk, however though, if you walk towards the center of it, then you will still get pulled in. So yeah, I definitely should keep that in mind. But anyways, everyone, now we're dealing with an annoying ass Sigilif here, who just happens to have friggin' light screen, which means that now his special attacks are lower, and just like my Sigilif, it has Wonder Skin, which means unfortunately I don't really have that much of a chance to freaking paralyze it whatsoever. So yeah, we're probably gonna be in this for the long run, considering that my team has already taken a good chunk of damage already. Yeah, and even before this battle took place anyway. So yeah, we're probably gonna be here for a while, especially when he keeps doing that. Yeah, especially when the Sigilif just constantly keeps unutilizing that freaking light screen. Jeez. Oh god. Okay, that's fine. Well, thankfully this is still a regular trainer, so yeah. So at the very least, we don't have to worry about him healing up his Sigilif. Yeah, we don't have to worry about him healing up his Sigilif. Yeah, we just have to worry about making sure that we can actually defeat it, you know? Okay, well, now that I got my Sandal fully healed up now, and now we got ourselves a free switch in this time. Now let's see if I can actually do something about this. Hopefully enough. Okay, good. Assurance. Okay, almost there, almost. Okay, yeah, and I'm pretty sure if he uses Air Cutter again, he's probably gonna defeat my Sandal again. Yep. God damn it. Yeah, jeez. Why does the game have to be like this? Honestly, I have no clue. Oh, wow! Okay, thank you. You finally missed a freaking air cutter that allowed me to be able to finally get the KO on you. Jeez. But anyways, yeah, now Tempo's on level 24. Alright, you get +2 for HP and attack, which is very nice. And only +1 for the rest. I guess that's fine too. Yeah. Can you really say that we are strong considering, you know, after what we just went through? Okay, now I need to essentially utilize all 3 of my revives. Yeah, I essentially need to utilize all 3 of my revives. Just in case if we just happen to run into any more annoyances, so when it comes to some of these trainers that are here. Yeah. Now, but however though, this doesn't mean, yeah, that the Sigilifs are going to be going away anytime soon. Yeah, at this point of the game, Sigilifs can definitely be a dangerous threat. Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons as to why I actually wanted my, now which was why I wanted to utilize a Sigilif for my own, because yeah, I had a feeling that I would be dealing with some annoyances. So, and if I wanted to at least have another powerhouse Pokemon, then Sigilif. Excuse me. then Sigilif would be my best option for that. But anyways, now our own Sigilif's on level 24. Alright, nice plus 3 for HP and nice plus 3 for HP and special attack. And definitely a nice plus 2 for the rest. Well, of course, aside from attack, which obviously Sigilif does not need for the life of it. And now Sigilif also wants Storm Light Screen. Now, while you saw how useful it can be, I just don't really feel like I want to use it. Because, well, because I really want to utilize Sigilif, because I really don't feel like I really want to utilize my Sigilif that way. But anyways, yeah, now that I have my very own Dark type now, yeah, now all of you Moonists fear its presence now. Yeah, now we no longer have to worry about your friggin' annoyances with friggin' moonlights. Well, actually, maybe aside from maybe a few hypnosis and some yawns, maybe, but never really all that dangerous and whatnot. Well, hopefully enough anyway. But anyways, everyone. Now as for this woman here, now she says that she's carrying two fossils right now. However, just like in the Kanto games, we can only pick one. Now we have the cover fossil and the plume fossil. Now once we get these, once you get at least once you get for one of them, yeah, then you can just easily go back to Necrene City, so then you can restore it. Now, oh yeah, and there's also this guy who says, yeah, we cannot move any further past here. Yeah, because there is so much. Because there is so much sand here. So yeah, we are obviously going to come back to the Relic Castle later. So yeah, don't even think for a second that this is gonna be the only time that we're ever gonna be here. Yeah, and especially when the storyline says so, anyway. But anyways, now that's 2 sand dolls, which means, of course, yeah, we have one more, and then we're out of here. Okay, now, and at the very least, as you saw, yeah, we managed to get at least some for one of our revives back. Yeah, at the very least one of them. And it looks like I will not be getting my Yamask today. Yeah, Sandoms just really love to, Sandoms just really absolutely love to friggin' appear today. Oh well. Okay, well that's it. Yeah, that's about everything that we could possibly do here, so yeah, at this point we aren't gonna get ourselves out of here. But first off, yeah, I definitely need to utilize some of my super powers now if I'm gonna be traveling all the way back to the road where we're gonna be going to Nimbasa City. Oh wow, the repel literally wear off just at the right time. Jeez, at the right exact moment. Wow. But as everyone, with that said, here's the gate that would take us to Nimbasa City. And so we're gonna go there for the next part. And so to then, I'll see you guys next time.